So the countries that I'm going to talk about is Democratic Republic of Congo, Panama, and Ireland. And the indicators that I choose are income per person and children per woman. The reason why I choose these two indicators are whenever I was trying to choose different indicators for my y and x axis, the countries I was going to talk about were not exist in the country list on the left side, as you can see here. So this is why I choose these two indicators where I can find good statistic for my all three countries that I'm going to talk about. And the second reason is to find out the relationship between income per person and children per woman. I want to determine if a country has the highest income per person, will be there less children or more. So yeah, let's get started. So as you can see, all these three countries will rise up soon. We can see Ireland is rising first and followed by Panama and then Democratic Republic of Congo. As we can see in 1845 roughly, we can see a massive increase in GDP in Ireland. Than children per woman, which just marks the Great Famine in Ireland, which really means the period of massive starvation and diseases and immigration to other countries. And as a result of this massive starvation, about 1 million Irish people died. So, as you can see, yeah, um, Panama is increasing rapidly with the income per person. As you can see, in 1880, roughly, their GDP is increasing due to the building of Panama Canal, which began by French government. Therefore, with constructing this canal, the French government invested a lot of money, and as a result of this, a lot of people were receiving good jobs, and so the income GDP in Panama is increases. And as we're entering in 1903, um, we can see a slightly increase in children per woman and income per person, and this marks the Panama independence from Colombia. So we can assume the GDP per person increase and people find good jobs, and so the birth rate per woman is increasing as well. So now, as we are preparing for World War One, 1914, we can see everything again turning unstable. We can see the children per woman decreases, and so the GDP per person is decreasing as well. And now we can see after 1914 it's going to rise up again, which marks the end of World War One. As now we are preparing for World War Two in 1939. Again, massive changes in all these three countries. As we can see, the GDP decreases, and so the children per woman. And this war caused a very massive damage to all these three countries. As we can see here, nothing is happening with the Democratic Republic of Congo. Just their income per person is rising, and we don't have that much statistic yet. And yeah, so as we can see, in 1945 roughly, in Panama, we can still see the effect of World War II. Here, and their GDP per person is slowing down. No jobs are available until they fully recover themselves from the damage that war caused. So yeah, 1955 we can see again in Ireland. The GDP of Ireland is rising rapidly than Panama and Democratic Republic of Congo, and it's because Ireland is joining the United Nations along with the 16 other sovereign states, and as a result of this, people find good jobs again, and the country is a pretty stable condition here. And now we can see in DRC we finally have a good statistic here. We can see a huge and decreases somewhere here, a huge decrease of their income per person compared to children per woman, which just marks the Kenya Rwanda war, which was because of the ethnic differences. The Hutu and Tutsi battle for land rights in North Kivu, and a result of this, thousands of people died. And we can see in 1974, we can see here again massive ethnic clashes between different ethnic groups again, like Mobutu, Hutu, Tutsi, and some other ethnic groups. This resulted of many civilians to leave their houses and immigrate to other countries. So as we're entering 1996, uh, we can this 1996, this marks the first Congo War, which resulted huge decrease in income per person and children per woman in Democratic Republic of Congo. So as we're entering 1999, here we have a very let's go back 1999. A very good news for Democratic Republic of Congo. UN Security Council set up 5,500 strong forces to monitor for ceasefire, and this had positive result. As we can see, the income per person is increasing, and children per woman is increasing as well. This shows that DRC, or Democratic Republic of Congo, is again becoming stable, although still there's some ethnic tension going on. So let's play it again. As we can see in 2009, 2009. Yep, and 2009 we can see slightly change in GDP in Ireland due to unemployment rate increase 11%. Some 100,000 people take part in Dublin protest rally against government handling of economic crisis. And we can see in Democratic Republic of Congo in 2009, the UN Refugee Agency UNHCR estimated that over 100,000 Congolese civilians are in a very bad condition, and they started to help these entire refugees with their life needs, and this resulted in increase in GDP and children per woman as their environment and become stable and safe. And so this marks the we have now we're in 2012. Now, as you can see, from start to end, Ireland shows tremendous amount of increase in its GDP and children per woman, and so did Panama. Because if you look at the graph from where it starts, we can clearly see the increase in GDP and children per woman. But with the Democratic Republic of Congo, sadly, we cannot see a lot of improvement in GDP and children per woman, and it's due to a lot of war and ethnic clashes, which is still going on, caused deaths of millions of people, and so everything stays the same. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.